Drama slop alert.
Okay, so this next video, Leaflet turned me on to. So, shout out to Leaflet. I already downvoted it. I got about 2 minutes into it and downvoted it, so we got the rest of it to watch. But Leaflet turned me on to this video because she did a video on how right-wingers need to be bullied more. Which, you already did that for almost 12 years. With a Donald Trump election in between, so fuck you and what you say. But we're gonna watch this, and you guys are gonna watch me fucking get pissed off.
Drama slop alert. Drama slop alert.
This video is drama slop and politics slop. I am warning you now. If you don't want to see drama slop and politics slop about the VTuber community, then I suggest you do not watch this video. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So I've been aware of the phenomenon of like right-wing VTuber grifters for a while now. I mean, I guess it makes sense that like, they exist because lots of VTuber culture tends to kind of skew a little bit left-wing. And when it comes to people who like VTubers, there are a lot of loser virgin chuds looking for a home, you know.
Virgin loser chuds. Are you referring to me, good sir? Because I could flick you like a booger. In all honesty, I could.
Feel like they can't find a VTuber who represents their politics, their shitty, toxic, awful politics. So,
oh, says the guy wearing this machine K's fascist. Yeah, it's all us, bro. Yeah, 100%. It's all us, man. It's not us standing up for ourselves after we've been fucking bashed by every single stupid word that y'all don't know the meaning to for the last, I don't know, 15 years. Couldn't be that. Couldn't be that at all. Huh, dipshit?
well, you know, obviously there's a market, which leads to the rise of the right-wing grifter VTuber. You know, a lot of them are basically just kind of copying Asmongold's YouTube channel. It's a lot of just like Gamergate reaction content and just general politics reactions and awful, shitty opinions about
there's Rev.
Events.
Hey,
Yeah,
what up, Kamiyoshi?
It's an awful cesspool of bootlicking and
Oh,
bullshit. But, you know,
awful cesspool
it pays
of
the bills, I guess.
of bootlicking.
Literally just today, I made the mistake of...
Oh, my bad, man. How am I supposed to react to a president almost getting assassinated 3 times? Am I supposed to give you a flower? A big old fucking hug? Please. Bro. You're the male version of Tricky, except you're dumber than she is. At least she learned to shut up after the situation was over. You're just being a fucking nuisance in the VTuber space, bro.
Of thinking to myself, what's going on in the right-wing VTuber grifter sphere? And I went ahead and looked, and was immediately made angry by how stupid this current drama is.
Oh my god, he brought the Rev thing into this
entire, like, play-by-play, a lot of it's very
Okay, alright, dipshit with the glasses. Here's what happened. Lala opened her mouth, she typed fuck ice, and the whole entire world reacted. End of story. She's acting like a little child on the internet. And so are you. This is me. Well, I wish you could see it, but I'm giving you the bird. I'm flipping you off right now. I'm flipping off my monitor at a dude with blue hair and a fucking dog collar. Are you trying to be a dog VTuber, dude? Is that what you're doing? Jesus Christ, dude.
Stupid, but...
This is what I'm talking about, man. People listen to low IQ fucking VTubers like this guy, and it just it just puts toxins in the well. This guy's not coming up with anything intentionally intellectual right now. He's just saying, oh man, right-wingers hurt my feelings. Nah.
But just as a quick overview, Miss Lala is a VTuber, has kind of like a 1950s
deserved
kind of
everything she got
to
too.
her model and her stream, and she tweets out "fuck ice," which of course, based good opinion. Everybody agrees with this based opinion. If you don't,
no, not everybody agrees with it because I believe that if you look down at that tweet, I literally said right back to her, "Fuck at Miss Lala." Not everybody agrees with her, buddy. Not everybody in the country agrees with her either because you guys lost the popular vote, you fucking Nimrod.
agree with this. Fuck you. That gets quote retweeted
Oh!
by Rev.
Well, fuck you
who
too.
Is one of these just like Gamergate right-wing grifter VTubers.
Oh,
Generally
yeah,
just
yeah,
like kind
of
of
course.
a like
He's a grifter, right?
hateable human being from everything I've ever seen
Oh,
of him.
he's
and
hateable.
He accuses her of being a hypocrite.
Hey, bro, you're hateable too. I think your VTube model looks fucking stupid, especially with that hat you're wearing. Because I bet you don't even know the definition of fascism.
Because she's a 1950s aesthetic VTuber, and she hates the current federal agency that's more tame than any law enforcement agency of the time period included in her LARP. And then criticizes
Factually accurate. That's what an intelligent person says.
her for locking replies. So, like, first off, this is not hypocrisy. This is an incredibly stupid point that makes zero sense. Somebody...
She literally makes money off of being a 1950s themed VTuber. There's so much relevance here, your stupid little brain can't comprehend it.
Deciding they want to use a 1950s aesthetic for the VTuber does not require that they...
When she talks like it, when her model dresses like it, when her whole entire background is like it, when her whole entire fucking thing on the internet is literally to influence people to like the 1950s, you dum-dum. Yes, that tweet and that retort makes sense. I'm going to take a stab at it. I bet you this kid is a college liberal that just like has a minus 20 IQ.
Agree with 1950s politics? I don't understand where this is coming from. The whole drama kind of spirals into something stupid in the first place, but this being the starting point is so incredibly dumb. His criticism is so incredibly stupid. It makes no sense. Like, oh man, you're a dog VTuber? Oh, but you don't just bark your entire stream and you speak in English? Wow, what a hypocrite. Oh, you're a vampire VTuber and you go out during the day? Oh, hypocrite. It's just...
Oh my god, bro. No, that's not the point. Why are you libtard VTubers so dumb? Why? That's not the point. She went into politics with her aesthetic. That's the part you're missing. That is literally the part you are missing, bro. Has she ever done anything with politics before this? No. Probably not. But this is the first time she probably dipped into it as hardcore as she ever has. And she got blasted for it. You're sitting here, dude, saying water is wet. Duh.
Just dumb. Like, I don't understand where this even came from. I don't know. Rev seems like kind of a moron, honestly.
But he's not a moron.
I've never thought he was like a very good person, but he also...
I'm a moron. I will openly admit that. I'm not the world's smartest person. I'm not a scholar here. I just have a bunch of common sense. Which apparently you don't have.
Also just seems kind of stupid. There's a lot of mention...
Yeah, you're coming off as kind of stupid too, dude.
Thrown back and forth in this exchange of like harassment.
Cody, you're a bear VTuber. Guess you're happy all those women
harassment.
choose to be stuck
Rev
as
is
chorus
correct.
with you.
Creating a tweet is not harassment.
fuck,
even
dude.
If you're mean, even if what you're saying is really stupid.
Damn.
Nobody harassed anybody here. It
Oh,
feels
damn
like a lot of
right.
people are just,
Cody
like, weaponizing
has
that
so
word to
many
make it
blank
seem like
according
the
to this
person
retard.
who started the conflict did something like morally indefensible so that they can kind of gain
Jesus,
the high
dude.
ground, and all that's kind of dumb.
Dude,
However,
you're getting
blocking
smoke
your
checked by my
replies when you're
chat
getting a lot
right
of
now,
hate,
man.
That's
Jesus.
valid. This idea that you're like not allowed to lock your replies.
I might
or
not
that
be
you're,
the
like,
smartest man in
obligated
the room, but I
somehow to allow
refuse to be
people
the
to comment under
stupidest.
your post.
Yeah,
and, like,
that's
be
true,
toxic towards you.
Tomahawk.
Like,
You'd have to be on this little
it's
dog
so
VTuber's
stupid. I
level.
don't understand like where people got this idea that you're required to sit there and read all of like the criticism about you and like allow it to be aired out. You're allowed to curate your social media space. Like if you don't want to see criticism of yourself, like that's fine. Lock your comments. Who cares?
Okay. It still comes off as you being a bitch by doing so. Just because of the fact that you care what other people think of you. That's why I have a no blocking policy when I'm on X. Because it's exactly as Leaflet says. X is a PvP zone, bro. You locking your replies with the way that freaking X is set up, or Twitter, if you're a Gen Zer and refuse to call it X. But the way that Twitter works, bro, if you lock your replies, it makes you look like a big old cunt. Sorry, you're a bitch. You're a pussy. You're weak. If you can't take what people throw at you or respond to it, yeah, you're pretty much a pussy. Yeah, you're a bitch.
And anybody who criticizes you and implies that you are, like, required to allow...
No, you also have the option to sit there and ignore it. I hope to God that's one of your options you're about to spout off there, Mr. Blue-haired dog man.
Public dogpiling of yourself, just don't listen to them. That's...
You put it on the internet, stupid! If people dogpile you, that's your own fault. That's you dodging accountability by being a pussy.
That's a stupid opinion. I don't know. Again, it's just people finding things to try and criticize about the other side to...
What the fuck is this
sort of
guy
gain
even
some sort of,
saying?
like, moral high ground. I would say the only, like, truth of this situation
So, Cody, any
is that Rev's attack
explanation
was
of
just
why you keep
stupid
saying
in the first
Leaflet
place
keeps
and
turning
made no
you on?
sense.
Oh
It's
my
not that he
God.
did something, like, wrong or morally
Okay,
incorrect.
all right.
It's that he's just a fucking...
All right, it's a saying, guys. I'm not gay. Jesus. Women like Leaflet who are... Or not Leaflet. Oh, my God. I just about fucking ruined myself on the fucking internet. Women like Neven and how they look are a reason why I'm not gay. All right? I'm not ready to give up beautiful women for the sake of clout farming on the internet, sir. No.
Moron.
Women are beautiful, and so if you get the right woman, women are beautiful creatures. They really are. Without them, we don't continue life, guys. And plus, some of them just look absolutely freaking fantastic. Gorgeous women. Fantastic.
Also, Rev likes to use the term Twitter freaks a lot when criticizing people or, like, groups of people who are...
Dude, you're literally wearing a hat that says K fascists on it. I'd call you batshit crazy, too.
either criticizing him or...
I don't know, Chad. Does this guy look like a batshit crazy VTuber to you? I don't know. Is he giving off that, the aesthetic that he's batshit crazy? I mean, big old red and white hat that says that. I don't know. I think Cody just earned himself another anthem. Oh my God. You guys are going to start Gaygate now within my... You know what? Do whatever the fuck you're going to do. Twitter Freaks is the most inclusive name. The fuck is this dude on? That's exactly what I'm saying, man. I didn't call Leaf a man. Stop clipping me out of context, DJ. You'll be fired. I will fire you. Don't start rumors with, like... Why are you starting rumors with a VTuber that you literally got me to watch and become a fan of? Why are you doing this to me? I will definitely choose her over you when it comes to that. Okay? I will throw you under the bus, bro, with that clip if that goes fucking viral or some shit. I will do it 100%. DJ puts up the chat loves the clips. Okay, yeah, whatever. That's horse shit, bro.
Or criticizing his opinions or things that he feels defensive about. I think that's pretty interesting considering some of the responses that seem to agree with his take. I definitely agree. There are some Twitter freaks out there. Like, the main takeaway for me from...
But you're saying that like your side of the equation is completely innocent of that. Lord Almighty. My first part of me streaming and then introducing it to X was me in Afghanistan, and I got called a freaking Hitler youth freak for almost the first year that I was on X. Because I was in a military uniform. And it definitely wasn't veterans or right-wingers that were calling me that, bro. You're living in Deluluville, dude.
Just like the starting point of this entire series of events is that Rev is not like a very serious person. On the one hand, he says that like criticizing people isn't harassing anybody.
It isn't harassing anybody. You're just being a little girl about it if he hurts your little fifis.
And then he turns around right away and accuses other people of harassing him for basically just publicly criticizing him. I guess.
No, he's calling out people. There's a difference between being a bitch and calling somebody out. You're so on the wrong side of this one, bro. You are so on the wrong side of this, it's not even funny.
If you publicly criticize somebody, like, more than once, does that...
Okay, cool. I'm gonna publicly criticize you. You're a blue-haired fucking douchebag wearing a kill F or K fascist on your head. There you go.
Then become harassment based on his...
I know for a fact that if you were live in my chat right now, you would consider that harassment because you're a little fucking girl.
Standards? I don't really understand.
Little baby VTuber with dark blue hair.
He's dumb and innocent in the face of any criticism for his awful opinions and his awful behavior. And he shouts.
He doesn't have awful behavior. He's actually one of the most polite people in the VTuberverse. Here's why you don't like Rev. You don't like Rev because, and I don't mean to demean you, Rev, when I say this, but you're a Bible thumper, man. You base every take that you have based on your religion, which is coming from a place of intelligence, in my opinion. This guy is just basing his whole opinion on his fifis and the fact that he's having hurt fifis for Lala. There's a difference between the two, dude. He uses common sense. You're using your freaking fifis. That's the difference in correlation here, buddy.
Woke and Twitter freak when he criticizes things.
You are woke, bro.
For the record, there are a lot of people on Twitter who have some really stupid opinions, but he doesn't hate those people. He loves those people. They're his content. They're also his audience.
Bro, why don't you have my whole entire fuck Miss Lala in your video? If you're getting butthurt over somebody that got 81 likes and 3K views, where's mine at? Where is mine at, man?
He's a valueless husk who...
No, he's not a valueless husk, because every time that he has a video, he makes a good point in that video. I've watched all of these videos, and he makes up very, very valid points. Like in this one, right here, the whole entire Toma situation, he addresses the fact that she's in the military and can't talk about politics because it goes against the very thing that she signed up for. This one, he's addressing Advanced GG dropping him. And this one right here, he's talking about two leftists that went fucking ham in one of his Twitter threads. In this one, he's commenting on his own personal opinion of Hassan getting banned, which we all, every one of us that has a moral soul on this godforsaken internet loved because he deserves it. This is him responding to all these British people flipping out about that whole entire turning that game into a meme thing. This is him reacting to Jellywig. Pokimane being a freaking thought from LA. The whole entire thing between Kirsche and Asmongold. The whole entire thing where Hassan was in Asmongold's chat. There was a point to every one of these videos, dude, and you missed it because you're clinically retarded.
Who still posts Gamergate content in 2026. Honestly, he should be shamed and bullied off of every platform.
Well, why don't we reverse Uno that? Why don't I pull out a reverse Uno card on you, and why don't I bully and shame you into oblivion? How about that? Would you like that? Does that sound pretty respectful? Because I'm going to do it anyway because you're being a douche.
And he should lose all business deals that he manages to get his hands on. He's a piece of...
No, Rev, you should not have lost your deal with Advanced GG. The CEO of Advanced GG is a giant puss.
Shit. Fuck him. Now, of course, part of the right-wing grifter...
We would bully the absolute shit out of this little boy, Fufu.
So, this instance...
Just report the damn blue-haired terrorist and move on. Also, Darth loved your anthem. I know she did, Red.
Apparently they were dropped from Advanced GG over the cancellation
Dang, Darth
campaign.
loved it?
Let
Yeah.
me explain to you why this is stupid.
Leaflet is one such VTuber.
Okay, bro. Now you're going... Oh, I didn't even watch this deep into this video. So now you're going to accuse Leaflet of being stupid and hurting your fifis. Okay. All right. All right, let's see your deranged take on this one now. Just to be clear, Leaflet is one of the nicest people on the internet, too. That's been proven time and time again. Actually, people say she's too nice. But let's hear it, buddy.
Who I've seen their name thrown around a lot. The interesting thing is, I actually used to watch Leaflet's content back when she just was like a regular streamer who posted video game content, but apparently she realized that copying Asmongold was like super profitable, so like it's honestly insane to look at her.
Oh, so all of a sudden she's liking Asmongold, and that's where you think she's a freak of nature. All right. Continue with your mental retardation on the internet.
Current YouTube videos in contrast with her old YouTube videos. I mean, it makes sense. Like, she's obviously doing much better with this content model. But like,
bro, nobody does good with video gaming on YouTube anymore. I don't know, unless you have a contract with a specific company and you make around 300k views on a video you upload for a video game, nobody fucking cares. See, the thing is why everything has drastically shifted to politics is because you lefts have made America shit. That's why. Politics listened to your opinion on things, and my country went into the shithole for it. Which is why I stand up to you guys on the internet now. Because you made our lives a living hell.
like, literally watching a Benny Johnson video.
Oh my god. So what? She can't have a fucking political opinion? Oh my god. Red is right, man. Oh my god, you leftist VTubers are so fucking stupid. So stupid.
Like, Benny Johnson, the world's most smug, sentient piece of human shit. I just can't imagine, like, falling that low just for content.
Because this isn't an assault on a specific person. This is an assault on, like,
dude is too retarded to know which one is which. Cody, please can we just report this retard and move on?
This is them telling their creators, you don't mean shit to us. Because the instant that it becomes inconvenient
finish
for us,
the video.
we're kicking you out. No matter
I'm going to
how
finish the
loyal
video
you are to
because
us,
both
no
Rev
matter how
and
much
Leaflet
money
are
you
in
made
it.
us, none of that fucking matters. We never have your back. And that's literally what this says. This is so freaking ridiculous, man.
Now, like, notice how, like, dramatic and emotional she's being about this. Like, this is, like, the facts don't care about your feelings crap.
No, because it's actual real-life shit that we're trying to change, you blue-haired maniac.
Out over here. They don't care about you. They don't care about...
Because you don't! You're literally wearing a hat that says K-Fascist for the third time I'm pointing this out in your one video. You have shown that you are a hypocrite 3 times in this video so far, bro.
Us, if you're a reasonable person, you'll get thrown to the side and thrown to the wolves. Like, Jesus Christ, give me a break.
You guys are out there rioting, pillaging, and burning. How else do you expect us to think, stupid?
Like, you're just crying like a baby because people don't like your shitty politics. Advanced GG can do whatever it wants. They can
Yep, and it's gonna fail.
make decisions about who they partner with.
They already did a 40% flash sale, and Rev hasn't even been gone a week yet. He hasn't even been gone a total of 7 days yet. And they're already doing a 40% off flash sale. If that doesn't tell you anything, what, you think that's just coincidence? They came up with a surprise 40% off freaking flash sale plus a creator code of 10% off? They're literally doing 50% off of their shit just to get people to buy it.
Based on anything. It's a private company. The CEO is allowed to not like the vibes of the partners for any reason. You are literally encouraging people to boycott them in response.
Yep. Just like you guys do a whole shit ton of times. Black Rifle Coffee, you guys fucking politically bullied them into a corner to where they don't even make YouTube videos anymore. I can name off a bunch of other companies you guys have done this to. Harry Potter, another goddamn fucking thing. You can't even say this, dude, after the Harry Potter controversy. You can't even do that. You're literally straw manning right now, man. That's all you're doing. You guys have been so hypocritical in your bullshit. It's starting to really fucking stink, and the reason why everybody freaks out at you now is because we're super tired of it.
You are reacting to their behavior and choosing to not do business with them as a form of punishment for that behavior. You're
Oh, that's got to be the first smart thing you've said in this video, bro.
allowed to do that, but so is the company. They're reacting to the behavior of one of their partners and choosing not to do business with them, acting like it's some sort of outrageous, completely unheard of thing, and they're betraying people. It is.
They are, because Rev has literally kept that company afloat for the last 7 years. He's literally one of their top 5 earners. The last time I checked on it, he was number 2. His flavored Jolly Pop literally is the only thing that repeatedly sells. They literally put it as a flavor that's on a year-long rotational cycle because it sells so much. That's why.
Stupid. You're just crying about it.
I know that because I bought Jolly Pop every single fucking time that it came up.
Like, relax, grow up. Like, the title of the video, This is War, like, I understand that it's clickbait.
Because you got... it's not clickbait. You guys actually want to go there in IRL. Look at what the fuck you're doing. You're out there rioting again. You're literally destroying cities. What are you talking about, bro?
I do understand that, but it's, like, so dramatic. It's just... ugh.
It's one thing to be a politically
because they had a
entity,
bully
and it's
campaign
another
about this.
thing
Yeah, exactly.
to actually take enforcement action on behalf of a political ideology.
Taking
With
enforcement
Clara
action
and Jelly,
on
I repeat, it's on
behalf of a
Asmongold's
political
radar.
ideology. They just
Asmongold's
don't
gonna
like you.
respond about Jelly?
Like, I just don't understand the
Oh,
confusion.
Minecraft
here.
is about to
Like,
get
the
fucking brainwiped
bewilderment.
from the
Like,
internet.
oh my god, how could they do this? People don't like you and your shitty
Prepare
politics.
for the
You are
storm. I know.
toxic to this
The next 2
country.
days
We
is going to
want
be
you
nothing but
shut the fuck
Asmongold
up and
shitting
stop
on
voting for
Minecraft.
pedophile
It's going to be
rapists.
epic.
Like, what is confusing about that? Companies are comprised of people. Those people have opinions. Those people are allowed to act upon those opinions within their company. That's capitalism. Deal with it. It's just so obnoxious how, like, pearl clutching and dramatic and, like, crybaby these people become when they, like,
So basically,
receive, like,
Face
criticism
Connect
and
is
backlash
dead?
for their, like, awful opinions
Because they had a
like,
bully
awful
campaign about this?
politics. These are the consequences for your action. That's the way it is. Get
Dude.
fucked.
Dude, I don't think that Face Connect's gonna die. Pippa herself, with what I've seen from the videos you guys have shown me with the views that she gets, Pippa and all of them from Face Connect are not gonna die. They're not gonna die off on the internet. You all like those people way, way, way too much. That's like saying that Crony over there at HoloLive had a bad take and all of HoloLive's gonna die the next day. No, it's not gonna happen, guys.
Another video that I looked at regarding the situation was from Kirsha.
People
which
change,
was
Cody?
an hour-long video. What the
They don't change that drastically, though. I like the same things that I liked as a kid, dude. I'm just a grown-up now.
fuck? She kind of, like, hides her power level in this video, honestly. It's
Wait a minute, is he talking about Kirsche now?
pretty, like, level-headed, kind of reasonable take about just, like, how toxic Twitter is and how nobody was really harassing anybody. The one take that she gives here that I definitely wanted to criticize was when she's talking about, like, cancel culture and cancel culture being a bad thing, and she talks about the comparison of her behavior in the past where she was encouraging going after people who were celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, like, and canceling those people and getting them to lose their jobs. Comparing that to, quote-unquote, canceling Rev and causing him and his wife to lose their advance contracts.
It's from the Charlie Kirk stuff of going after people for simply not liking him. No. I don't care if someone doesn't like Charlie Kirk. I care if they're celebrating that he died. That
Yep.
is fucking weird.
This is pretty.
No. It's not weird, Kirsche. You got that wrong. It's outright diabolical, and you're a trash-ass human being if you celebrate somebody dying because of political reasons and simply having freedom of speech. That's the fucked up part here. The fucked up part is that you have to lack a soul in order to make fun of a man who got shot in the neck brutally the way that he did in front of hundreds of people.
Pretty funny because she acts like there's some sort of clear distinction here, which is based on kind of nothing. Celebrating violence against somebody isn't actually illegal. In fact, here's Charlie Kirk doing that regarding Paul Pelosi getting attacked with a hammer.
And why is he still in jail? Why has he not been bailed out? By the way, if some amazing patriot out there in San Francisco or the Bay Area wants to really be a midterm hero, someone should go and bail this guy out and then go ask him some questions.
Because what happened with Paul Pelosi was comically ironic. That's the difference. And plus, he didn't die. If he would have died in that situation, it would have been a whole different tone to how the public handled that. Guess what? The man didn't die. He was caught cheating on Miss Pelosi by some psychopath that grabbed a hammer and went after him when he said no. That's the difference. It's ironic. There's nothing ironic about Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck because he had a vocal opinion. Your argument is flat, bro.
Questions.
So clearly there are some situations in which celebrating violence against
Oh, thank you for putting the Discord up there.
If you just dislike the person enough. The
so he was having butt sex. Yeah, pretty much,
public
yes.
Statements of a person, these people who are celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, and you work to get that person punished monetarily.
And that's why I'll never support Clara.
People had a moral objection to their
unless they
behavior
are
and their
flavored ones.
And those people work to get them punished monetarily.
You also have a
It's the same
TBI,
thing.
Cody. I
Acting
wouldn't
like there's
trust
some
you
sort of
with
distinction
crayons
there
without
is
supervision.
silly,
Hey,
'cause there's not
man,
really. There's a
you know
distinction
what?
where you draw the line between what's acceptable.
I can
behavior
draw
and
from
punish
one
that way
dot
and
to
what's
another,
not.
bro.
But that's just based on your own personal opinions. There's nothing really concrete there to go off of. And also, Rev's behavior in this specific Twitter interaction is clearly not, the actual full reason for this campaign to get their contract pulled.
What was the
from
final
Advanced.
poll
Anybody who's going
result?
with the narrative that this was harassment on Rev's part and that's why they deserve to lose their contract, that's obviously stupid. I would agree.
What poll are you talking about, Red? Yeah, Clara is not a good talent anyway. She is mid at best. I don't even know who this Clara is. I don't even know who the hell you guys are talking about. What was the final poll result on what, Red?
That none of this was harassment. Clearly, this event was just kind of a flashpoint for something that had been brewing in the community for a while, which, again, to kind of just, circle back to this,
No, it didn't. We caught fraud. The people of the United States wanted that fraud conquered. It's by happenstance that it was in Minnesota. That's the difference, bro. They committed an act of fraud, took my tax dollars and did something stupid with it. So I put a president in office who's going to tell them to go up there and handle that fucking problem, which is what they're doing. And it happens that there's a whole bunch of illegal immigrant Somalis that are doing it. I give you ice.
people hate you and your politics.
By the way, ICE is doing a fantastic job. ICE, don't listen to little fucking retards like this guy.
They're going to come after you. They're going to bully you. They're going to try to get you punished monetarily. Get used to it. You're scum.
Yeah, which is why I don't block comments on your guys' end. You guys block me more than I block you, because every time I bring up an argument with one of you morons on Twitch, you guys lock and block within the first 2 minutes that my tweet's up. Because you have no argument. It's called being logical. You guys aren't logical. You're all in your fifis. This whole entire video, dude, is you and your fifis. That's all this is.
Deserve it. Also, at some point in this video, she mentions that she seems to believe that the ICE agent, Jonathan Ross, was run over by Renee Good. So I guess she's...
Did the car not make contact with the officer? The answer to that question is yes, because we have video proof of it. And there's also public hospital records of him going to the hospital after it with internal bleeding. She did hit him with the fucking car. That's called getting run over, you fucking moron.
Either blind or an idiot?
Even if you send clear proof of video that the ICE agent wasn't run over and Alex pretty...
Wait a minute, you're calling Kirsche blind and an idiot even though there are multiple videos showing that ICE agent getting hit by the fucking car. Are you...
He wasn't resisting. Where are you getting this video?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not what the video I've watched from multiple angles shows. What
Yeah,
video are
I
you
agree with
watching?
your
Did you,
emotes
make
there.
Another AI video?
Facepalm. Yep.
After that, out of curiosity, I went ahead.
We
and
talking
looked
about the
into
one that
the
cheered
reaction
for
to
Kirk's
Alex
death?
Pretty being shot, and sure enough, she's 100%
Oh, that's
on board with
that's
idea
who
that
you're
he
talking
was
about, that
violently
Clara?
resisting somehow. She also
She
implied
actually
that
the
he
ones
looked like
that
a
voted
pedophile.
no.
So
Them's the
there's
rules.
that. This is not a serious person. None of these people are serious
Okay,
people.
hang on.
She's a retard and a grifter, and she should be treated like that.
Hold on, guys. Don't counteract leftist activism, dude, with your own activism. That doesn't win anything. It just shows that you're just as blatantly ferocious as they are. What you do to win this battle is you outwit them with somewhat of common sense and intelligence. Like, I'm going to make this dude look like a giant tool by using YouTube as a way to do it. Yeah. I'm putting this all up on YouTube. That's where it's going. I'm going to make this freaking idiot look stupid on the internet. And then he's going to get his fifis hurt again. And then he's going to cry. And I'm going to sit there on X when he finds me. And I'm going to go, you're crying, bro. You're crying. Little baby want a bottle? You want a pad? Tampon? Huh? You on your cycle, little guy? Huh? Are your fifis hurt? Too bad, I don't give fucking hugs. Get the fuck over it, just like you said in your own video.
There's no video for this one, but quick shout out to Powder, who had a just awful reply in the comments underneath one of these tweets.
Making that simple statement, fuck ICE, opens you up to a crazy amount of assumptions about your character. What it is about ICE is that you do not like. What should be done about the millions of illegal immigrants, in your opinion? Locking replies was not the move. Twitter is going to be Twitter, and people are going to criticize you for your politics. I'm not reading a stupid tweet. I'm actually reading a very intelligent tweet. I'm sorry, dude, that you and your blue hair can't read.
And there's a couple things here that are very dumb. Now, the one thing she is correct about, again, is that Twitter is Twitter. People are going to come after you when you make political takes. That is true. None of it was harassment, but the idea that, like, locking the replies was not the move, that, again, this idea that there's something virtuous about allowing people to criticize you publicly, that's stupid. But this...
No, you're not giving a reason to saying that it's stupid, which makes you look like just as big a coward as Lala. You're just saying that it's stupid, dude, hoping to get some clout from it. Which is why you made this stupid-ass video. And I'm so glad that there are 29.6k subscriber retards on YouTube that believe you.
This part here, like, you claim empathy by saying fuck ICE, but do you have empathy for the American people? The countless people who are unemployed, the greedy business owners who take advantage of illegal immigration and pay people like shit so they don't have to hire Americans and pay them a livable wage?
Yes, because I know that problem exists because construction crews do that out here in Utah all the fucking time. When I first moved to Utah after I got let go from my first job, I went into the construction business and the contractor literally told me I was too expensive. Because I was white. Yep. And guess what? I was dirt broke and I can't take him to court over it. So, I dropped it, moved on, got a better job, worked for the Forestry Service for about a year.
First off, to be a conservative and bring up the concept of a livable wage is insane. Like, you are lost. But let's talk about a couple of these things real quick. First off, like, the idea that there's only two alternatives here, option A, we are completely overrun by illegal immigrants all over this country, or option B,
We are. Biden let in millions of them. It's off-centered our economy by billions of dollars. He literally gave them freebies out the ass for 4 years. Hold on. I need to look something up, chat. $10 million. That's 10 million people, you dum-dum, that got freebies out of my tax dollars. 10 million. That's with an M. Million. Oh my God. Wow. $10 million. That's why everybody's got a problem with it, stupid. 10 million people got freebies out of my tax dollars, and then Nick Shirley exposed that they're taking those freebies and using them for fraud. That's why that's why you're losing this whole thing, and that's why the common American person wants it to change.
We have masked armed men abducting and shooting U.S. citizens in the street.
They deal with cartels, idiot. This is obviously a case where you have no idea how violent cartels are because you're stupid.
It's like, that's insane and stupid.
They cover their face because the cartels will put hits on them. Cartels do it all the time, which is another reason why we want the 10 million illegals out. Because they bring nothing but violence and hurt to our country.
Stupid. So, Powder...
No, you're stupid.
...is either insane or stupid to say such a thing.
No, I think that you're insane and stupid, dude. You're definitely insane and stupid. Definitely. Mm-hmm.
A couple relevant stats here. Unemployment in 2023 during Joe Biden's presidency. The evil, awful Joe Biden, who had an open border, who allowed all these immigrants in the first place. Unemployment was at 3.4%. That's a 50-year low during that presidency.
Yes, because the November of the year before, he finally opened up the country and let everybody go back to work. He wasn't entering new jobs into the workforce. He was just letting people go back to work to the original jobs they had. Bro. Oh my God, Gen Z, you guys need like a fucking common sense bug zapper or something. Every time you say something stupid, somebody should pull out a taser that just electrifies you and gives you common sense at the same time.
Since President Trump has been in office, it's climbed back up to 4.6%, which is the highest level since September of 2021, which was during the COVID recovery. Obviously, the immigration is not driving unemployment the way you're implying it is. Also, this idea that immigrants like come into the country and are just a leech on our economy and are bad for our economy is disproven over and over again. Immigrants are typically considered a boost to overall economic growth. They grow the labor force, they increase consumer spending. What you're implying here is totally wrong.
No, they don't. They cost me money on the back end in taxes. This little statement here does not equate for my taxes, dum-dum. And yes, they do. They take jobs away from average Americans up front because it's all done under the table without it being taxed. That's why we're pissed. Because there's no way to record them all. Even though the IRS is capable of... I just got done with my taxes, chat. I know exactly what the IRS is capable of because I've been doing my taxes now for about 16 goddamn years by myself. If the IRS can track every single dollar that I've spent over the last goddamn 16 years of my life, then guess what? You should be able to put tax dollars. Even if you're an illegal immigrant, I can at least feel for you if you're putting money back into the system, but they're not. Which this does not record. This has nothing to do with that. They're not driving job growth. They're not driving it at all.
Immigration drives job growth and productivity. Increased.
No, it doesn't. That's an inflated number because you're not putting all of the variables in play. And neither is this stupid study that you're doing. Because I know for a fact that it's a fucking lie.
Immigration leads to a decrease in the deficit. And back to the idea that, like, this is the only...
It leads to a decrease in the deficit because they're not lawfully abiding by tax code. Which is why it is illegal to enter the United States illegally. Why don't you put up the fraud numbers, dude? Why don't you put up how much fraud has elevated in this country over the last, 12 years? You don't want to put that number up there because illegal immigrants steal Social Security numbers all the time when they illegally enter. You don't want to put up how many cases there are of grape and pedophilia because that would hurt your narrative and your argument, even though that I know that it exists. You're bringing up a petty little graph that has absolutely nothing to do with the front end or the back end of the financial situation for most Americans. None. And you're sitting here calling all these VTubers stupid because they have a difference in opinion with you, even though all of their stuff comes from facts and logic. That's the fallacy of liberals.
Only way that we can get illegal immigrants out of the country. That having armed ICE agents marching through the streets.
Yes, when they're coming from South American countries that are 90% run by cartels, yes. Bad guys don't play it easy, dude. Cartel members will end you if you even threaten a dollar that belongs to them. And that's the problem. That's why they wear masks. That's why they carry around firearms. That's why they're an actual agency. My buddy who was in the Border Patrol, who I talked about last week, he's literally found houses where there are dead bodies in them because they couldn't transport them across the border. Go down to Juarez, man. Go down to the Texas border at Juarez. They're literally shooting guns over that fence line. Go down there, little blue-haired man. That'll change your opinion right quick if you actually see the violence firsthand. They literally execute them if they can't make that long little walk in the desert and throw them in the not the Rio de Janeiro, that's Brazil. The Rio Grande. They literally throw them in that big-ass river, dude, to let them float downstream. You are so outside your depth on this topic, bro.
Of Minneapolis, which is up near the Canadian border, by the way, is the...
Are we forgetting about the fact that the Democrats literally bust immigrants everywhere? Are we forgetting that fact? They literally bust them to New York, California, Minnesota, Michigan, Illinois, South Carolina, Virginia. Are you forgetting that? That happened during the Biden administration there, guy.
The correct way to be removing illegal immigrants from this country. We did have an alternative to that. It was called the immigration bill. It was in 2023 under Biden. It was a bipartisan bill. It had support from both Republicans and Democrats. It would have resumed building the wall. It would have added more officers. It would have added more security. It would have offered more resources. It would have added resources to increase the processing of asylum cases. It would have added restrictions.
Yeah, but it didn't do anything to fix the problem, did it? Because 10 million people still got through, dum-dum.
That allowed them to actually reduce the number of people.
10 million still makes your argument flawed. 10 million people still got through, bro. Even with that as a bipartisan bill.
That were coming into the country. Like, a major part of our immigration issue is that we have
Imagine the
legal
free
backlog. Something about
healthcare
30 to
we could
50%
have if there
of
was no
illegal
fraud.
immigrants
Yeah,
in this country
exactly.
are just people who overstayed their visas. It's not like they're all just coming
Democrats
over the border
voted against it.
illegally.
Exactly, they
There are reasons that
did.
we need resources
Because it would call
other
for
than
more
just
armed people at the border.
officers to deal with our immigration issue.
It also
And this
had
bill
money
that
for
would have helped
Ukraine.
with all
Yeah,
that
it
was
did.
killed by Trump. He put pressure on the Republicans to not vote for it.
Yes, because my chat just literally brought up why. They introduced the bill, and it also had a money packet in it for Ukraine, which most Americans were against at the time. We didn't want some cocaine addict in Ukraine, who's running the country right now, by the way, taking our American tax dollars. The whole entire reason why you libtards lost is because you started with Ukraine and kept on going down and down and down and down and down and down, and now here we are. We're at where we're at. Because the American people are tired of you being drastic on your leftist end, but us being quiet no longer is appealing to us anymore. That's why you're getting middle fingers from us right-wing Republicans now. I used to be a moderate, and then you libtards went fucking crazy. You shot somebody that I used to enjoy on YouTube, then you made fun of them, and then I started flipping you the fucking bird. That was my end cap for it. Charlie Kirk's death was my end cap for that crap.
They killed the bill that they were going to pass because he needed to run on immigration as an issue so he could get elected again.
No, this is another leftist theory that holds no water. The reason why most Republicans in most Republican states, they were getting feedback from their constituents that they did not like the $300 billion in that bill that was going to Ukraine. It had absolutely nothing to do with Trump. It had to do with the common voter telling their Republican congressmen and House of Representative members that they didn't want any money going to Ukraine.
Yeah. And then he bragged about killing it. And now we have nothing. We have no border bill. We have this. We have shootings in the streets of Minnesota.
No, that guy should have never been in Minnesota kicking taillights off of ICE vehicles 2 days before that. See, you seem to be missing that part where he antagonized these guys first. Every leftist seems to be missing that one. I believe actually before, well, no, I didn't put that on the La thing. I put that on another tweet. But I did put that video on a tweet, and not a single leftist responded to it. Yet almost, half of my comment section on my original F Lala post was leftists telling me that I'm an idiot, right-wing grifter, bootlicking piece of shit. Wonder why none of y'all responded to that video. Yeah, because it's indefensible. Because they knew who he was the moment that he kicked that taillight off that car. If those ICE agents weren't playing as conservative as they were and would have arrested him at that fucking point, he would be alive today. But no, he decided to antagonize them again, get in the middle of something. He brought a shitty firearm that has discharge errors on it everywhere. It goes off. There's split-second miscommunication, and he's dead because of it. He instigated the whole thing with ICE. ICE didn't instigate a damn thing with this guy. They took they took spit to the face because of this guy. They already knew who he was. Your argument falls apart yet again.
One thing that you can kind of just see over and over by the just insane, stupid, ill-informed things that these people will say in their videos that they pump out every day is
Hi,
that
Kershaw.
these
How you
people
doing?
don't care about anything.
Sorry if
They
I
don't
butchered
care
your
about this
name.
country.
I'm kind of amped up right
They
now
don't
because of
care
this
about
stupid
making
guy
it
here
better,
on the
actually.
internet.
This is why I call them grifters. Because they have no values except for just being anti-lib creators. They don't give a shit about Minnesota.
Yeah, I do. I give a whole bunch of shits about Minnesota. I believe that when I was in the Army, I wasn't wearing the Minnesota flag. I was wearing the United States of America flag, which is the entire nation. So if you're going to call me a right-wing, bootlicking grifter piece of shit, I cared about everybody. Equally, mind you. I cared about them so much that I was willing to die for them without even knowing their political opinions or caring about their political opinions. Which is why your whole entire right-wing grifter crap falls apart when anybody argues that point with me. Because I visibly put it on my Twitter page that I am an American veteran, and I've actually fought. Which is why all these little left-wing psychopaths give up on the argument with me when I bring that up. Because they can't defend it at that point. Because you don't go into the military and you don't volunteer unless you care for the country as a whole.
Or Minneapolis. They just want to point and laugh at Tim Walz.
I kind of care about America as a whole. Oh, I know you do, Tomahawk.
The enemy. They don't give a
Which
shit
is why you're
zero fraud has
right-wing.
been uncovered as a result of the Nick Shirley video. By the way, a video made by an actual mentally disabled person who's being used by right-wing media to attack Democratic politicians.
What do you mean
Really?
by the word benevolent?
They don't
Now you're going after Nick Shirley, man. You're doing the same thing Lala did, going outside your scope.
care that there are more illegal immigrants in Texas and Florida than there are in Minnesota. And yet there was no operation to surge ICE agents into those
Thank
states.
you for your
And they
service.
don't
Oh,
care
thank
when
you.
American citizens
I
get
appreciate
gunned down
that.
in the
Thank
street.
you.
They don't care about anything.
This
It's
person
just
is
a
so
culture war
fucking
grift.
scummy.
These
They are,
people
Tylen, which is
deserve
why I'm
your
calling
hate.
them out on the
They
internet.
deserve to be bullied constantly. They should be shamed off every
I prefer the
platform
team
and every
Patriot,
opportunity.
thank you, and I
their
do not care
loser
for the
audiences
government.
should as
Exactly,
well.
Tomahawk, I don't
Meanwhile,
either.
As these dipshits and morons choke down the boots so far,
And so
that
many
they're
of us are
clearly
because
hindering
we've
their
been
ability for
pushed
their brains to
right,
get
and they
oxygen.
drag themselves
Polling info is
further and
clear.
further left into
ICE is
idiocy.
not
That
popular.
is so valid.
Things are looking pretty good as we start to move towards the midterm elections later this year. Make sure you register to vote, by the way, and show up.
Let me point this out. Okay, Magic Muffin just said something that is so valid to this guy's takes. And so many of us are right because we were pushed right. And they drag themselves further and further left into idiocy. I used to be a moderate, guys. Like I said, my example was Charlie Kirk getting shot, and that was my last straw with being moderate. 100% this happened to me. I have a whole entire chat full of them, dude. We're sick and tired of you guys being on the internet with little hats like you're wearing, say, K fascists. We're getting tired of it, which is why we're speaking up now. See, you enjoyed us while we were quiet because it didn't cause you any, hurt to your fifis. Now that we're not being quiet, you're getting your fifis hurt everywhere. Wonder why? Because we're smarter than you. You guys are all idiots. You lack morals, you lack common sense. And it's easy to one-up you. Because nothing that you talk about holds any moral fiber whatsoever. I bet you if I asked this guy point blank to his face in a debate, I bet you $1 million fucking he would be for communism. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet he wants to hammer and sickle America. Well, I say fuck that. Fuck that noise. No. Nope. I'm a patriot for my country. I will never, ever, ever, ever. If communism starts in this country, you guys will have a civil war like you don't believe, and you guys on the left are gonna fucking lose. You're gonna lose. And you're not just gonna, it's not gonna be as bad as the first Civil War because those guys actually, learned how to fight. It's gonna be guys like me who are on the right side of things, and you guys being on the left side of things that don't work out, don't tactfully train, don't use your firearms properly. You use them exactly like that guy Paulette did in Minnesota. And you're going to lose. Which is why you're not starting shit physically with any of us. You're going after cops who are trying to do their job. Because you know you'd lose. Because if you can't beat the cops being physical, how in the hell can you face a whole bunch of people that have no gumption of even caring about your feelings at this point? You're going to lose. That's why you don't do it. Maxie, if they like communism, they should move to South Onesia and Abrish and oh my god, I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of that. Abrishkaza? Oh my god, I just butchered that. Yeah. Heck, aren't they regretting the New York mayor for screwing up? Yeah, he's made fucking New York City into a landfill. There was somebody who posted a YouTube video saying NYC is nothing but trash now. And it's him walking 4 blocks seeing trash stacked like 2 people high on every street corner now. Yeah, so they're starting to regret their mayor being communist. And it's actually pretty epically funny because we all told them that this would happen. But they didn't listen to us. They did what this little freak of nature's doing, and they called us bootlicking right-wing grifters. And we were like, okay, let's see where your fucking city's at in a year. It's been half a month and you already hate that guy. Or half a year and you already hate that guy. Literally. Idiots. Exactly. They refuse to see what they're doing is stupid and wrong. And they don't like being called out for it, which is why he's throwing a little tantrum on the internet.
Up, please. It's clear that these awful events have finally started to wake
I watched
people
it.
up
It
to
was
how awful
decay.
this administration truly is.
Oh, it
This
was
is why
decoy?
we should be openly talking about politics
Ooh.
more. When you talk about politics, these kinds of scum always poke their head up and
Oh,
reveal
I'm
themselves,
scum.
and that allows you to
I'm
start to
scum,
root them out.
guys.
And they do need to
I'm
be rooted out.
scum.
They have
I'm scum
completely
because I
aligned
believe
themselves
I
with an
agree with
authoritarian
Kirsche,
pedophile
Leaflet.
rapist, and they will go along
Oh my
with
goodness.
any insane thing he tries
Oh my
to do.
god.
Liberals often have this
Glasses
approach of
called me
being,
scum,
timid
guys.
and
Oh.
conciliatory,
I'm
even
gonna
in
go
the
into my
face of, like,
fifis
awful,
and I'm gonna
disgusting
lock all my
people
replies
saying
now.
and doing awful, disgusting things, and we just need to get over that. These people are scum.
The word of a day,
They should be treated
accountability.
like scum.
Amen.
Don't ever be nice to them. If you have friends who
I'd
are
say
voting
I am
conservative,
apolitical. That's
stop being their
absolutely
friends.
fine.
Fuck them. They don't care about you. They don't care about.
Hi, how are you?
Chat, do I care about you? Tell me, because I'm a right-wing grifter, that I don't care. It's more word salad. Exactly. I care about everybody. I care about every single soul, whether you're left or right. I don't want a civil war. I don't want that happening, but you lefts, you guys keep on pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And one day you're going to cross the line there is no coming back from. Hey, Just Bro, how you doing? Yeah. I don't know. I would say so. Yeah. Yes. I'm a starving kick mod locked in a cave. You tell me. I know, Seth. I'm sorry. I don't want to play, you know, bullet dodging with Twitch right now. I don't want to take the risk. I'm sorry that I'm making kind of a defensive play, but I don't trust Twitch enough. You don't answer my DMs, so I don't think you care about me? Oh, that's not true. That's not, no. It's not that I don't, just because I don't answer your DMs doesn't mean I don't care. That's not true at all. Love you. Talk to you later. Thanks for being here, Jess. Where's my weekly loaf of bread, Cody? I tossed it down there. You can't see it in the dark. Adjust your vision. That's a joke, by the way, YouTube. I am editing Discord and added rules. I will tell about the changes in the VC later. You need to play more Helldivers 2 so we can kiss more, Cody. Aww. Well, it sucks, old timer, but sorry, I'm not into dudes, buddy. I appreciate the love and the support, bro, but yeah, I don't rock that way, bro. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Good for you, though. I'm glad that you could come out. Good for you, buddy. High five.
Are you dehydrated, bitch?
Oh, God. You had to ruin my little bit line, bro, with old timer. God damn it. I have to get more water because you guys made me drink all my water now. Neither am I. We can keep our socks on. No, thank you. I'll pass yet again, even with socks on. Okay, buddy? Okay. Anyway, moving on. Back to Artard of VTubing.
This country. If they did, they wouldn't be voting for this shit. They should never be able to live normal lives in a civilized society ever again. We're not gonna get our normal country back until we get these parasitic scum to fuck off.
Oh, I'm
forever.
parasitic
I guess
scum.
that pretty much covers it. But also, fuck ICE.
Alright, so here's my ending conclusion, okay? This is another leftist libtard moron who just went on a rant for about 30 minutes, and every single time he pulled up what he thought was a fact, can be countered very easily by me looking shit up on the internet. And if you do want to bully me into non-existence, I welcome your little freak ass. I welcome your little freak of nature ass to try and bully me into silence. I welcome it. See, I'm not like Kirsche, and I'm not like Leaf, bro. I'm going to tell you to fuck off right to your face. Not give two flying fucks. I'm going to tell you to go get a tampon from the fucking dollar store, bro. Cure that bleeding little vagina syndrome you got going on. Yeah. You're a fucking little weirdo communist, bro. And I know for a fact that you believe in it. I know that you do. Oh. What do words mean? I don't know, dude. You were wearing a fascist hat. You fucking tell me. I'm not even gonna waste my time with that video to fucking find out.